Hello, hello. Welcome to another wonderful episode of Nexcess News and Nachos. You can go check us out at nexusnachos.com. That's not net.com. Make sure you get that .com. We've got Jess Frick in the house. We've got Mendel in the house, and we have a special guest who we will bring up in just a little bit. My name is Russel. I work at Nexcess. I do WordPress support. I'm the person behind the support queues. When you have WordPress WooCommerce issues, you're going to contact myself. Jess Frick, it looks like you're at Food Network right now. We know that your husband is a wonderful chef, to the stars probably. Tell us where you are and what you do.
Well, today I'm imagining that I am in the chopped kitchen. Alas, I am somewhere else.
Ooh.
But at Nexcess, I serve as the director of managed apps and oversee our managed WordPress product offerings. Been using WordPress for the better part of 2 decades and a big fan of chili.
A big fan of chili. What's your favorite part about chili?
Well, here's the thing. I have to watch my blood sugar, so I don't do beans.
Ooh. All righty.
I know. Controversial. We can talk more about this later, but I might argue that there are superior recipes.
All righty. Mendel Curlin. Look at Mendel. He looks like he's actually in the kitchen where you are. I've known Mendel for a long time. I've seen what this man can do when it comes to advertising, marketing, and funny things. Mendel, please tell us what you do with Nexcess and your kitchen and what you're gonna make with us chili wise.
Well, Russell, great to be a part of the show. Hey, I'm just a sentinel. I don't know. I'm just a pawn in this game of chili making, you see, because the master, who you'll introduce next, the master is actually the one that is making the good chili. I'm gonna make the not so great chili, and I'm missing recipes, but I think it's gonna turn out okay. I think everything is gonna be good. I do stuff here at Nexcess with agencies. So I work with agencies large and small to help them be successful with WooCommerce. And I also apparently now cook on the weekends, which is a thing. And hang out with you, Jess, and sometimes Christy when she decides to show up.
Ha!
Eat that, Christy. Come the next time. So yeah, that's what's going on, and I'm excited to get yelled at for putting the wrong things into my chili.
I'm excited to watch you get yelled at, and I would call this backseat cooking, maybe. Pretty good. Let's introduce our chef. So if you guys do not know, equipped with a Bachelor of Commerce in Information Technology Management and a black belt in karate, I'm scared already. There's nothing Shanta can't do. Shanta is a full stack developer who specializes in WordPress, Node, and React with love for life and learning. Shanta, we share this in common. I love life. I love learning. I was a former full stack developer. Please tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, and please tell us about your cooking experience.
If that tells you anything, okay, so apparently there is one thing I can't do, and that's cook.
No. Oh, okay.
Your mom sold you out.
I brought in a ringer, which is what I used to do in high school. Okay, so anytime there was hey mom, we got a bake sale tomorrow. Can you make some cookies? So my mom is the best cook on the planet. So when Mendel put this out there, I said no, but I'll bring my mom in. So the recipe that Mendel is going to do is the one that my mom actually had to write down for this event because she does it out of her head.
Yeah, sure.
I can do from my head. That's the only thing apparently she can do from her head. So, so I do. I actually run my own company called Namara Technologies Inc. I'm actually presenting and speaking at 12:45 about how I started that company in the pandemic.
Fun,
crazy. And my mom actually is really the star here. So she is. So we usually like to say, Mendel, and keep this in mind, we are recreationists. We will adapt. So if anything, we are web developers. We are people of the web. We will adapt. So trust me when I say you can't really go wrong. But mom used to actually, I was telling Mendel this quick story. my mom used to actually teach a cooking class at the rec center where she used to work.
Wow.
And she was teaching kids. And one of my favorite recipes that she does is a cake called Better Than Sex Cake.
Ooh.
And it has coconut. It has all this kind of stuff. Well, you can't exactly use that title when you're teaching it to kids.
That's very true.
So she actually changed the title to Everything and the Kitchen Sink, or Everything But the Kitchen Sink.
Everything and the kitchen.
Everything and the Kitchen Sink.
I love it.
Because it just had everything in it. So, we adapt. We adapt.
Sure. Thank you for that. I have a question for Mom. One thing that my family has always done, they've cooked, like you said. Can you measure just in your hand? Can you put a little bit of salt and a teaspoon just by doing it by hand, or do you still use like a teaspoon, like a measuring unit?
No, I just use my hand.
I love it. That's how you know that this is going to be a really good recipe, that you can just see enough sugar or enough salt in hand and just put it in there without using a tool. I love it. I love it. All right. How do we get started with this? Do you want to direct Mendel and tell him to like start chopping up those? That's a red and an orange bell pepper if I've ever seen one.
Shanta seemed like she was on her way to the kitchen to describe what she has going on and give us the state of affairs. And then maybe we'll just let Shanta and her mom boss us around.
I love it. I love it.
So of course we got a call while we were doing this, but here you can see sort of what we're working with here.
This is authentic. I love it. This is great. I feel like I'm at your house for dinner right now.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Oh,
Can I call you back?
It's okay. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah. So that's what we're dealing with. We've got some nice chili going. The smell is amazing, and just to give you an idea, my mom does not. We don't do spicy all that much, mainly because if I can just take a second here. Here. So this is my brother Robbie.
Hi there.
Hi.
Robbie's not a big fan of spice, so we usually go really easy. So Mendel, if you like spice, go with spice as much as you like. Right?
Okay, wait a minute. What do I need for spice though? Chili peppers?
Yeah, chili
Okay,
powder,
hold on.
that kind of stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, just a sec. I got something. It says it's labeled peanuts on the box, but this does not look like peanuts. So I think we're good. And I got some fresh ones here too, so maybe I can make this really spicy. I don't know. All right.
Shanta, question for you and your mom. Is cayenne an excusable shortcut?
Or Bob can just wait in the car.
Ooh,
And then we can phone him and he can
you know what? I'm gonna ask Mom when she comes back. I'll table that. Give me a second. Yeah.
All right. So I guess I'll start on your recipe here, and I'm gonna pull it up really quick, and I'm gonna start and try and make this happen. Now I have no idea if it's gonna work or not. Wait, hey crew at home. Where did we put the recipe? Oh, never mind. I got it. Just a second. I have to go move a cat.
Move a cat.
This guy right here, this dude, he loves to climb on the counters and hit bags only when I'm cooking for this show. I don't know why.
Fun fact,
Okay.
Your cat has made more appearances than Christy.
Oh, smack. That was a good one. I'm going to replay that just for Christy.
Your kitty cat was at Christy's house, by the way. So,
That's right. So I have as the first thing here that I need to brown the onions and celery and beef.
Yes,
Okay, but
please.
I've been a bad kid today, and all I have is onions and some maybe, I don't know, some sausages. Do you think that'll work?
I think sausage chili sounds good.
That doable? Okay.
Yeah.
So I just put this thing in the pan. Then that just
Yep. I think that's how you do an onion.
Am I doing it right, Shanta? What No. Okay. All right. Fine.
Yeah.
So
Listen, in my limited cooking knowledge, I think you have to chop it up first.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know.
I didn't know that you were going to put it in the pan. I thought you had like a slap chop or something that you were going to say like, here's how I'm going to dice it up. I didn't know that you were going to put the whole thing in the pan. You need you need a lot of oil for that if you're just going to do that.
So the trick here with chopping onions too, you don't want to talk while you do it, because the more you talk, that's what's going to cause you to cry.
I love
Ooh.
it. You're trying to get me. All my coworkers are like, Mendel, cut onions all the time. That way you're not talking.
Rob taught me a very fun trick. Shanta, Rob's my husband, and he's a great cook too. He's the only one in the family. But I learned that if you have cold onions, they won't make you cry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
almost
so-
frozen. Almost frozen, actually.
Yeah.
Because then the liquid doesn't flow as much, and then you don't cry as much. And that's probably why my mom did this early. She cries like mad. My dad doesn't do it as much. I don't know if it has to. So my dad is East Indian, and we have a theory that a lot of the East Indians don't have the same problem. He has in later years, but in earlier years, it was my mom who would say, Rashmi, go and cut the onion for me. Because he wouldn't cry as much.
The trick that I know is that you cut one end of the onion off, and then you make slices down the middle, so then they'll be evenly sliced, and then you just do big chops across, and they'll be evenly cut, evenly sliced. But if you do it quick enough, you don't have to deal with any of that. It's a quick chop, 1, 2, 3, and then you just start slicing, and they come out the same way. I try to do it quickly, that's my method, is do it as quick as possible, less crying.
Or you have one of those tools like Mendel has, because that looks freaking fantastic.
I was going to say, is that the slap
Yeah, that's
chop?
quick.
It is a slap chop. We got the wedding present. It's one of the best presents we ever got. I will also tell you this. Y'all don't know this about me, and I don't know if I should tell you while I'm streaming. Okay, I'll tell you while I'm streaming because I have no shame. I used to be a sandwich artist for quite a while, and at Subway, for those of you that don't know what that means, and I actually know the art of making an onion uncryable. But being an idiot, I never actually use that technique to make my onion uncryable. So what we used to do is we would fill the sink with ice water. We just throw a bucket of ice in there and ice water, and we ice the onions. So I'm assuming that I should go ahead and put some oil in here. I think I'm gonna need a bigger boat. Hold on. Let me get a bigger thing out here. There we go.
Well, yeah, I like it.
There we go.
I like
what
it.
kind of oil should we be using? Is this olive oil? Is this this
putting olive
avocado oil?
Mendel,
For what?
for the onions.
Oh no, I usually do the beef and the onions together, and that way the oil from the beef cooks the onions, so you don't need to put any extra oil in.
Oh, I love it.
I don't happen to have any beef today because
Vegetarian.
Well, then you need to put a little bit of oil in, yes.
But what oil
Well,
though? It's olive
well,
oil?
I'm gonna put some sausages.
The temperature of olive oil is now I can't remember whether it's higher or what it means, but it smokes more, so you're better off with like a canola oil or something like that.
Okay.
Ooh.
So he's going to use,
Vegetable oil.
and so he's going to actually use sausages. Would that be enough, or should he still use the oil, do you think?
Sausages.
Yes.
Yeah, I would
Instead
put
of beef.
a bit of oil in.
Bit of oil. Okay.
Yeah.
Bit of oil.
Bit of oil it is.
You heard it there from the professionals. Now I heard that Shanta. Sorry, Shanta. I'm gonna throw you under the bus here.
Go for it. I'm ready. I know karate. I'm good.
I heard that Shanta is really good at website stuff and really a terrible cook. Is this true?
Yes.
True.
Now what is
Mom
the
was cutting
craziest
up.
thing? What is the craziest thing that Shanta has mismade?
You mean in cooking?
Yeah.
Yes. Or in life, if you could tell us about her mistakes. I'm kidding. No.
I love this cooking thing. What did you see in your head? This wonderful plated dish ready to serve, and it just flopped. I love it.
Well, I will say this. I can't cook, but I can barbecue.
Yeah, she can barbecue.
All righty.
She
What do you
does
like
have
to
some
barbecue?
redeeming qualities.
So one of the things I remember doing first, I had a friend come over and I kind of wanted to impress this friend. It's an old friend from high school, no big deal. But I actually did salmon on the barbecue.
Nice.
And I didn't cut it up. I didn't do anything. So like there's this like large piece of salmon, like, you know, almost like the size of my forearm here kind of thing. And all I did was put it on there, squeeze some lemon. That's it. He swears it was the best salmon he's ever had in his life.
Wow.
So
And that's it. No,
I don't know
no
if you're
dill. I
aware.
do not like dill. I will not put dill on it to save my life. So
that's an
literally just,
extraordinarily difficult thing you pulled off. You might not be aware of this, but salmon
apparently
on
it is. But I faked it and I did pretty well actually. But I will tell you a funny cooking story that isn't mine.
Okay.
Okay. So Auntie Pat.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So my mom went to school with her friend Pat. Okay. And her daughters and me are like cousins. And so my friend Bridie, my cousin Bridie, said to her mom, "Hey, why can't you cook like cookies like Auntie Judy can?
Peanut butter cookies.
Peanut butter cookies specifically. Why
Ooh.
can't you do them like her?" And she says, "Well, yeah, you know, we can do that." So they made the cookies. They tasted them afterwards and they're like, "Wah, ha, ha. What happened?" Then they realized the peanut butter was still sitting on the counter.
They never used the peanut butter.
They forgot to use the peanut butter.
Oh, I've done that before.
Yeah. So now every
Awesome.
time we see them, our big joke is, "Sorry, did you want us to bring some peanut butter cookies for you?"
I have some in the trunk. I carry it with me. Do you want me to go get it real quick? I love it. What a good joke.
Hey, now what temperature should my oil be on? I've got it on a little like medium high. Is that good?
I think that sounds good.
What are you cooking there? You're cooking the sausages?
Some onions
Oh,
and
onions.
sausage.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it any higher than medium. Because you just want to
Okay.
saute them, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Got it. All right. I'm gonna throw
So
them
while
in
Mendel's
there.
doing that,
fancy delivery, Mendel. You're like so gently putting them on your knife and
Well, I am a professional, y'all. I'm on a cooking show, so
Mendel, just like you, I too am a sandwich artist. I work at a place. It was called Port of Subs. It's a West Coast kind of franchise. Same thing. I got really good at slicing deli meats really thin and putting lots of cheese on things, and mostly using olive oil and vinegar to top lettuce and all that. That was one of my first jobs as well.
I knew there was a reason why I liked you.
my
It's
very
amazing.
Yeah, my very favorite sandwich in the world comes from that place, and so I figured I may as well go work at that. And I worked at the very first one. Like, you know, it's hard to work at the first Subway, but I was able to work at the first Port of Subs because it was in Reno, where I used to live. Yeah, pretty
Wow,
cool.
that's pretty cool. You know, I got in trouble once for eating too many subs for free on my shift. And it's amazing the things that you come up with when you work at a sub shop.
Oh yeah.
You know, you put pickles and tuna and then peanut butter, you know, and you're like, I don't know, does that taste good? Whatever. We've got the ingredients. So
You do a little bit of pickle, a little bit of bacon, and then you add some brownie on top. Yeah, it's a weird combination.
That's right.
You're gonna like it.
That's right.
Experimenting while making sandwiches, I think, is part of why you go into the sandwich business to begin with. You know, having your own brand, your own line of stuff. I would love to have my own sandwich shop. I just figured out.
well,
Yeah,
Mom says the
that's-
brownies can go on anything.
Brownies can go on everything. I
Yeah.
agree.
so
Yeah,
here's
Not
my
in
question.
chili.
Jess, you had a
Shanta.
question about cayenne earlier.
Yes.
Do you want to
Is
ask that?
cayenne an acceptable shortcut for peppers in your chili to make it spicy?
Peppers or the chili?
The chili peppers.
Oh, she doesn't use chili peppers.
I just use green peppers.
Oh,
Not,
interesting.
not chili. If you want it really spicy, yeah, you can put chili peppers in there, but I don't.
Okay.
Because we not spicy people. Even though she's Indian, we're not spicy people.
So here's my question, because like Shanta, I'm not what you would call a cook. But see, you guys obviously started out with sandwich making. Shanta, what was your first job?
My first job?
Yeah.
I think the rec center. Working at the rec center, local rec center. By the time, and then I was just doing pool door, like counting people coming in the door. So I was working for the city. Where I'm like third generation municipal employee now.
Wow.
And then my mom started working there a couple of years later.
Nepotism in reverse.
Nepotism in reverse. Yes. But the funny part is that so the commissioner of parks, like the head guy of the department at the city, oddly enough, had to take direction from her ex-husband, my dad. My dad was commissioner of one of the other departments, but nobody knew that. Like I just got the job on my own and whatever. And then one of the coordinators used to treat me really badly. He would always be like, Shanta, this is before I worked there. Shanta, you're a volunteer. Like, you shouldn't be in the staff room, whatever. And I'm like, but I'm like doing the same things. And then somebody, I think, told him, do you know who her dad is? And all of a sudden, like, I didn't hear that part, but all of a sudden he's like, Shanta, come on in. How are you doing today? He was a slime ball. He was a really slime ball.
Change that tune pretty quickly, huh?
Yeah. And then a couple of months later, the more interesting one is I started working at a comic store. So I was actually doing both.
Is it like
super interesting? But
is it like a comic book store?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was assistant manager of a comic book store by the time I was 17. And I was teaching classes at the rec center, like origami. I was not teaching cooking.
What was your favorite comic?
By the time I was 18. What's that?
What was your favorite comic?
Wonder Woman. Duh.
Well, yeah.
So here's one that's almost more controversial than beans and chili. DC or Marvel?
DC.
Ooh.
Interesting. Why?
Ooh.
I was always a DC girl, always. Even when I was working at the comic store, everybody's like, well, Marvel. I'm like, but I'm a Wonder Woman
Batman.
fan. I like Wonder Woman better. I was never a big Superman fan, but I was always more like, Wonder Woman, Batman. I was really into Vertigo.
Yeah.
When it really started. I don't know if you guys know that. For those of you who don't know, that's like the Sandman comics. Constantine with Keanu Reeves was derived from the comics of from Vertigo. There's another one that's out now. I'm trying to remember what it is now. There's a whole bunch of them that have actually derived from Vertigo comics, and they are just the best.
I liked all the DC ones because they would have like Red Hulk, Red Batman. Like they even do different color and renditions and stuff. Yeah, I was always DC as well.
Yeah,
well,
and see, Mom was too. And one of the cool things is I actually met Neil Gaiman and got him to sign my #1 copy of Sandman. So I have photos with Neil Gaiman. And they didn't have a lot of people there. So I actually went back in line and we actually hung out with Neil Gaiman in another comic store for a while. So that was really cool. And I got to meet him. He's really awesome. This is like got to be more than 20 years ago now, but he was even awesome then because he wrote the Sandman comics for that series. So that was their big launch. Like it was the first one that Vertigo launched was Sandman with Neil Gaiman.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Geek. Did I mention nerd, geek? Hi.
I love it.
So can we get an update on the cooking there, Mendel?
Yeah, it's not going well. I'm trying to tweet and I'm trying to keep my AirPods from going dead. And I'm also trying to chop up some peppers. And at the same time, I was also thinking about, I'm cheating a little bit. I'm also thinking a little bit about your talk and wondering what your talk is going to, if you can tell us a little bit more about what your talk is going to be on. Give a little preview. Not the whole thing, though.
Not the whole thing. No. It's basically how I started my business during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And the big part of it is that I never wanted to do that in the first place. So why the hell did I do it?
Start a business? You never wanted to do? Okay, interesting.
No. Yeah, that's essentially what I wanted to do.
So why'd you do it?
Got to watch the talk.
Oh, you're gonna leave me hanging. All right. All right.
See, I did comic books. You have to leave a cliffhanger.
I was
Come
gonna
on.
say, there it is.
There's your cliffhanger.
All right, so tell me about the onions, Mom. What am I doing with these onions here? Are these good enough? Do they need to be?
One sec. We're shifting the view here. Hang on.
Is it got one in the pan there?
Mm-hmm.
Some
Hang
chilies.
on.
That's it.
There we go.
Yeah, they look good. They're starting to get a little translucent. So yeah, they're good.
Okay. All right, cool. And then, so the next step of the recipe just says to put a bunch of stuff in a pot and just let it sit there. Is that accurate?
Yeah, and just let it simmer until they're all cooked.
All right, let's see if I can get all this stuff in. Hold on. Now, this may be the first time that WordCamp Rochester has ever had a chili cook-off going on during its event. I don't know.
I like it. I like it.
I don't have any pots. What? I have one. but
I
this
just
is a
say there's
big
one right in the shot.
Yeah, it's like right.
Big though. All right. Okay. So wait, is my camera? Oh wait, here. Let's turn the food cam.
Whoa, it's mobile. There you go. There you go.
What do you think? Is that? Oh wait, I guess I could just put it on this
It's
burner. Hold on.
Wonderful toys.
That's right. All right. Get the onions in there.
So you got your bell peppers chopped up. You got what's the red pepper? What'd you do? Your little chilies
This-
there?
Chilies, fresh from the garden, actually.
Look at you.
Wow.
Are you the green thumb or is your wife?
Neither of us. We had our sister-in-law come in to visit, and because she was in New York during the height of the pandemic, and when she came, she built us an entire garden. She was with us for 3 whole months, sorry, and she built us a garden while she was here, as penance and payment for all of the craziness she caused us. I'm kidding. We really enjoyed having her. And it was, she has a secret green thumb that I never knew about. I'm learning about my wife's sisters all the time. And that's one of her cool traits. All right, I'm going to switch to a long spoon.
Ooh.
Switching to the spoon, people.
Now things are heating up. I love it.
Okay,
Switching
now
utensils.
I got some pre-diced tomatoes. I'm going to use those. And if only I had a can opener. All right, my sous chef, who's not in the shot, actually prepared some of these ingredients for me this morning. It's very nice.
Is it the cat?
What's that?
Is it the cat?
It's the cat, exactly. Yeah. All right. I got that in there. It's very colorful. Very colorful. All right, we're gonna put a little more tomatoes in there. Hopefully I'm doing this right. Now, do your tomatoes come mostly in cans in Canada, or are they in boxes?
No, ours are typically in cans. Yeah.
Huh.
I will
Yeah.
tell
For those
you
of you who don't know, we're in Canada, so this is like a cross-border thing.
I love it.
You know,
this is
We're
the
allowed to come across the border.
yeah
That's right.
yeah. This is
That's
how
right.
you're going to come across the border.
Here in Florida, we buy one of my favorite kinds of tomatoes is a clamshell box with these little they're almost like cherry tomatoes, but they're a little larger. They're called sugar bombs, and they're all
Yeah.
from
Ooh.
Ontario.
Huh.
Which is where we are.
So
Now,
go
Shanta,
figure.
well, chefs, should I use the sauce in the beans, or should I dump that sauce out?
I wouldn't use it. I usually drain them.
You drain them. Okay. All right. Cool. I think I can get you over to my dirty sink over here. There we go.
That's okay.
Perfect.
Love it. Hey, Mendel, while you're doing that, this sounds like a really good time to plug Nexcess, the truly managed commerce and content platform. We're keeping you online when everything is on the line. We know your online presence means everything. It's how you share stories, you sell products, connect with consumers, and it's what you've built. It can make or break your reputation, and it has a direct impact on your bottom line. Check out Nexcess.com, manage WooCommerce. Some of the best WooCommerce I've used. You're going to get a lot of cool add-ons. We've got promotions going on right now. Sign up with Gasper. He's going to try to get you signed up to win free hosting. There's so many cool things to do here at Nexcess. Go check us out, nexcess.net. Find us on Twitter at NEXCESS, Nexcess. I love working here. Back to the cookie.
That was an amazing commercial.
That was pretty great.
I do voice
was
work. I don't know if you
incredible.
guys know that. I'm on a few things out there that you'd be surprised. You'd be like,
So
that's
Shanta,
right.
you're showing us some kitchen action here. What do we got?
She's going to do the taste test to see if it's spicy enough.
Oh,
So there you
Very
go.
nice.
She said she had to go and stir it, so I thought this would be a good chance to transition here.
I love
Yeah.
it. You're
All right,
absolutely
we're,
right.
We're
This is
doing
perfect.
the taste test here. We ready?
Okay.
It's hot. Is it spicy enough?
I think it needs a little bit more spice.
A little more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
when you say a little more spice, what are you saying?
Yeah, I thought there was no spice at all. Now you're saying kick
I
it
mean,
up.
Like cumin and salt, or
Well, to me,
Chili powder.
yeah, chili powder.
powder.
Yeah. So the way I'm looking at this is, it shouldn't taste completely bland,
Sure.
which is, this is it. So that's what I mean. It needs a little bit of a taste to it. It shouldn't just taste like plain tomatoes or whatever you've got. So that's why I'm saying, so it's still going to be very mild, but it's got to have at least a taste. That's the way we sort of deal with it now.
so I love these controversial questions. Some people think that curry is okay in chili. Thoughts?
Ooh,
Curry?
I like that
Like curry
idea.
powder?
Mm-hmm.
Curry powder or no curry powder?
Like a
Whatever
red
floats
curry
your boat.
powder?
She says, whatever floats your boat.
I like to put hatch chilies in mine. It's hatch chili season right now. We just roasted some last weekend, so I like to put hatch chilies in everything.
What do you
At
live
what
in
point do you have the
Texas?
beer? Like a half can of beer, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, I love out by you, Russ. Everybody has one question: red, green, or Christmas?
Oh, so far they're all green right now. We don't have
There's
any,
no red.
we don't have any red where in our parts.
All right, people. I have a serious dilemma I need help with here.
Fire away.
So we apparently I missed this step because it doesn't seem like there's enough liquid here. So what do
Okay,
we
so-
think?
Sorry, what was the question?
It's
It doesn't
not
appear that there's enough liquid here.
Yeah, you're missing like a tomato base. You're missing some kind of sauce right there. Ooh.
Plain tomatoes?
Are you using he's using canned tomatoes.
Yeah, so there should be enough liquid from the can.
Wait, what kind of canned tomatoes?
No. Diced tomatoes.
Whatever
Or-
came from Instacart.
Organic. And now I also don't have any listing here for any type of seasoning. So are we going to season this?
Well,
I did put chili powder on.
chili powder. That's basically your spice seasoning.
Or you can
Are we gonna
add
do like
whatever you
no,
want.
but salt or cumin, anything like that? Just go nuts?
Yeah.
If you want.
All right.
So
Everybody has
pepper.
an individual taste, right? So
Here we go. Here we
Okay,
go.
well,
You
I
ready for
am
this?
loving Mom's cooking school. She's like, whatever floats your
Whoa.
boat, do it.
that's
Do
great.
it twice.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Put a little salt. Do you think this is too much? I don't know.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Was that salt?
I think I've been assaulted.
Oh,
basil.
remember earlier when we were talking about measuring salt and stuff with your hand? That was the opposite of what we just did.
A little basil.
Yeah.
That's how you can tell the difference between an experienced chef and an inexperienced chef. They just, start pouring randomly. I love this pantry that you have, Mendel. Like, we're going to need an MTV Cribs view of that maybe next time. He's got spinners and like
A lot of pepper in there.
And put a little bit of turmeric, I think. Maybe a little bit like that. I don't know. A little bit more. There we go.
Oh, whoa.
Oh my Lord.
We're gonna need you to eat this, Mendel.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Well, just walk away.
Some garlic.
a little bit of garlic.
Oh my God. Oh no.
Hey,
We're killing it, Mendel.
Mendel, with this, you're going to be able to float a boat.
Yes. Yes. No, this is so good, Mendel.
Depending. Or sinking. So
Now that you mix it up, I don't think it's going to be that bad. I think watching the initial pouring out of each container was the worst part, but now it doesn't look so bad.
Listen, this isn't my first road, people. Although it is my first cross-border cooking experience.
Hey, we're international now. I love it.
That's pretty good.
Well, the nice
Pretty
thing,
good.
Mendel, is you screw up your recipe and they say sorry.
I was just going to
That's
say,
right.
you have to be able to say sorry 100 times. So here's an interesting thing. Mom and I were just talking about, we were talking about the spice level a moment ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, no, I needed a bit more spice. So what we were talking about just a moment ago was what I was tasting was, I wasn't tasting much of a spice or anything right at the beginning, but it was hitting my tongue after the fact, like about 10 to 15 seconds afterwards.
Shanta,
she
do we
said-
call
and I
that
said-
the palate?
Yeah, the palate. There we go.
Okay, all right.
Thank you. So, when I tasted it the second time, after she added some, I'm like, it's still not there. But then I felt it sort of hitting the palate afterwards. So I said, if you're going to put more in there, is it going to be worse after it comes out? Like, just on that first taste, if I'm going with that, no, it's does taste a bit more bland, but afterwards, like about 10 to 15 seconds, you feel it hitting the palate. So we decided to go with another half. So she's added about 1.5 teaspoons, Mom?
On top of the tablespoon I put in before.
On top of the tablespoon that she put in before, we've added about 1.5 teaspoons of
Nice.
this chili powder.
Teaspoons.
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 Yes.
Not
Teaspoons.
gulps.
Teaspoon. Yes, not gulps. Not
Everything
bottles.
looks distorted on camera, people.
Everything's
looks
bigger in
distorted.
Texas too. I always forget that.
That's true. That is true.
That's simmering. That looks good, Mendel. When you tasted it, what was that flavor profile like? What was it? Did you notice a lot of the spice first? Did you get more of the onion, Mendel? What did you have?
Just a second here. Let me take another draw here. See what we got. It's really onion forward with a slight hint of basil, which is really delightful. But I think it needs a little more seasoning.
I don't see you moving.
Yeah, your camera's stuck.
Oh, so sorry.
There you are.
Are.
Whenever I make it full screen, causes a problem. I think I need a tiny bit. Oh, I don't know where it is. Oh yeah, oregano. There we go. Tiny bit of oregano.
So Mendel, we have a question.
Yeah.
What kind of sausages did you put in?
I put in some breakfast sausages.
So they're not very
Um,
spicy.
Not very spicy, no. Mm-mm.
Okay, because what we were just saying is if you put in spicy sausages and now you're adding all that spice.
Ah.
She said you don't. I think that
You might need some what do they call it? Stuff for your acid reflux by the time you're finished.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
yeah.
What about
and what we're
about
saying is
milk?
that the flavors might conflict, right? So if you've got a spicy sausage and you're putting spices in, that you don't want necessarily this spice to
Ooh.
conflict, the spice flavors
Mhm.
to conflict.
I
Could I
forgot
put some
about
half and
that.
half in there to kind of equal out the spice? Make it
Okay.
a creamy chili. Is that a bad idea?
Creamy chili? Bad? Good?
Why not?
Why not?
See?
Why
I
not?
love it.
Yeah, ours
Why
tends
not
to be
is the
pretty.
This
answer.
is why in Texas they have those chili cook-offs and everything, and everybody brings their own recipe, and there's so many variables.
That's where Mendel
Yeah.
is. He's in
Yeah,
Texas.
so
So yeah.
Well, yeah, that's clearly we know what my problem is. I live in Texas and I just do what I want when it comes to chili. But apparently that's what you're supposed to do.
Mhm.
Oh,
So here's an interesting question for y'all. What do you have?
Y'all,
Yeah,
we're
I
in
know.
Texas now?
I know. Ever since I went to go visit a friend of mine in Tennessee, I've been doing this. Like this is like a couple of years ago. So, we say A, you guys end up, getting that, and the sorry, we get y'all. So
I
what
love
do
it.
y'all have with your chili when you're eating it? Do you have something with it? Do you just eat it right out of the bowl? Do you put it with toast? Do you put it with crackers? What do you guys do?
water and Pepsi.
I water and
that?
Pepsi.
Water and Pepsi. Water and Pepsi.
I like to have chili with my chili, and then I also like to have either some boiled barley or some. I'm not a big fan of quinoa. It seems to get stuck in every single place, my ears and my throat.
Sure.
But then I also what's that stuff the hipsters eat now?
Sriracha.
No, it's a grain. It's a grain.
Quinoa.
I thought quinoa
No,
was
no.
the hipster grain.
No, it's farro. I love farro. I eat
Farro.
a farro all day, so
Use crackers.
Yeah.
I
Mom
do-
likes-
crackers.
I do
Mom does
crackers. I do
and
crackers as
egg
well.
toast. Yeah.
I do
Toast.
saltines on mine with a little bit of cheese, and then I like to have like a sourdough bread, or I like to have like a French roll, and I like to have like some kind of buttered bread with it as well to like dip, and to have some like a bread in that chili sauce is just the best part of. I like
Garlic
cowboy
bread.
chili is what I do. Yeah, garlic bread, maybe a little
I
bit
used
of
to
garlic
do-
butter.
Used to do crackers. Now we do baked potatoes. So after it's all done, right? Like the garnish, you do like a dollop of sour cream, baked potatoes chopped up into it, a bunch of cheddar cheese sprinkled on top, maybe some chives, right? Just the decoration of it. And then I like spice, so I put just as much of the stuff that you were throwing in there, Kendall. I do that with like Cholula, right? Like just hot sauce and really spice it up.
A lot of the restaurants around here will serve it with cornbread.
Cornbread's a good option. Cornbread is a good option.
I do like the cornbread, and you know what else I like? I like the fact that in 10 minutes I get to go listen to Shanta's talk. And so I think that we should probably thank everybody in Canada that helped us with this cooking experience, including Judy, Shanta's mom, and Shanta. Thank you for bringing us into your home just for the heck of it to do something silly.
Thank you for sharing your stories, telling us how you measured things, telling Mendel how to cook. I love it. Thank you so much.
So he's been. How long have you been simmering this now, Mendel?
This has been simmering about 2 shakes of lambstail, so I would say about 15 minutes.
Okay, so how long does he have to go? Maybe like.
No, that should be fine, as long as your vegetables are cooked to the degree that you want them cooked.
Yeah, really,
Some people
I am
like them
getting a nice cook here. Yeah.
Chewy or
It looks very chunky.
Yeah,
I like
like
it. I like a thick chili as well.
Here, we'll get it up close to the camera.
Oh yeah, please do. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Ooh, that
Hang on, hold it.
that
Hold it.
zoom in
Go
was
back,
the
go
best.
back. Hang on. There's the screenshot.
I love it. Mendel, I'm going to give you $100 just for that from the Western. Just,
Wow.
that was an amazing feat that you've accomplished.
The only casino in the entirety of Las Vegas that's out of business. Thank you so much, Russell.
Well, I also have the Las Vegas club. So I've got 125 here. I've got 25 here, making it 150. And then I've got 15. So I'll give you $165 worth of poker chips just for that right there that you've made.
Thank you. You know, I will say there's one episode, I think it's Star Trek Next Generation, and the Ferengi that always is taking everybody's money. He says, "Well, I'll take care of your debt if you
Quark.
Quark, yeah. I'll take care of your debt if you do this thing for me." And so he says, if you absolve me of the debt that you have out for me, right? So somebody, I think the captain of the ship has like tokens or something that says he can come claim Latinum from Quark, and Quark's like, "Hey, here's the deal. I'll expunge, or if you expunge that stuff, I'll do this thing for you." And the captain goes, "Okay, well, I'll drop the certificates off when I come by." And he goes, "I've already taken care of it." Kind of reminds me of that. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody. Just thank you so much for joining us from the Celebrity Kitchen. That's amazing. And Russell, thank you so much for announcing.
I love it.
You know, Jason, thanks just for being you. You know, just
of course
being here. Join us next week where we'll be at WordCamp. What WordCamp will we be at? WordCamp Austin.
We'll be at WordCamp Austin.
Yeah, and we're gonna make tacos, and I'm asking a special guest who you all know and love, but I have to get his permission before I can tell you who it is. But he's hopefully going to teach us how to make tacos, maybe in his backyard.
Ooh.
And you know, keep on trucking with the Nexcess Nachos truck, and you know who else or what else we'll make. So thank you, Shanta. Thank you, Judy, and
thank you so much.
Shanta, good luck on your talk. I know that you are going to be expending a lot of energy in the next hour live doing that talk. So
I am indeed. And by the way, this is Mom's first ever video call. So I think she's done pretty well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
She's the star too. First one.
And she's the star. Like, you know, I always told her she's got to start her own WordPress blog on all of her recipes. Are you guys with me on this?
Yes.
I would like to subscribe to your newsletter.
That was enough when I did my carrot cake.
Okay, so she had to do a video when she was at school to do carrot cake.
I will give you the $165 of poker chips just to start a blog, and you should host over on Nexcess.net is all I'm saying.
Wow, shameless plug.
There
All right.
There you go.
Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a good one, and we'll give this channel back to our fellow coworkers.
Back to our regular broadcasted broadcast.
Bye, guys.
I